morning or good afternoon or good evening. And this is going to be about a 30-minute class, maybe a little bit longer than that. And so what I'll have you do is just start by closing your eyes or gently keeping your eyes open. And just take some nice deep breaths. Okay? And let yourself focus on the inhalation through the nose, if you can, filling up the lungs, pressing out in all directions, right down and around the abdominal wall, which is front and back. Just nice and round. Exhale through the nose if you can, or out through the mouth. And if you're wanting to do this video kind of on your own timing, you can just do this for a couple of minutes. Stop the video, whatever you like to do, if you want to do it longer. So let your body just relax, your mind relax, all your facial muscles relax, and focus on the breath. Notice how the entire body really does move as you breathe in and out. Notice where the weight is distributed on your feet. Good. And just remaining keeping your eyes closed, or if you need to open them, go for it. Hinge at the hip joints without bending your knees, just to test the tension lines up your legs. Okay? Open your eyes, tighten the thighs, come up into standing, and then what I want you to do is take your block. I have these Egoscue blocks. They're about 6 inches wide. Your yoga block will be this way because it is narrower, the medium direction. You stick it between your legs, okay, or knees. Straighten your feet on the outside of your feet, and then just squeeze straight in. Squeeze and release that block. Just squeeze and release. So you're really activating the internal part of your legs, the muscles that run right up to your pelvis. And if you think about it, it's like having a pair of tongs and you're just lifting something out of a pot or a toaster or whatever. Squeeze, release, squeeze and release. So we'll go for about, I encourage 40 to 60 of these. So we're gonna do 20 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, standing up nice and tall. Every squeeze. 8, 9, 10. You'll feel the bottom of your glutes kind of contract. The inside of your legs kind of contract. Okay, and 5 more. Standing up nice and tall as you do this. And 1 more. Good. Now hold the block steady, and you're going to bring your arms out to the side. You want to flatten your knuckles, flatten your palm, crunch your knuckles, I should say, scrunch them, and then rotate your arms forward and moving from the shoulder blades, okay? Reach out through the knuckles. Again, holding the block, standing up nice and tall. Nice deep breaths right through the knuckles. Reaching out. Shoulder blades are stabilizing. Flip your palms up. Keep the crunch on your fingers or your curled fingers, tips, and you're going back up and over. Okay, so the shoulder blades really are the thing that are stabilizing your arms and helping them move, because it's all those muscles in your mid-back. Keep the blocks steadily squeezed. So I encourage about 40 forward and 40 back. Okay, relax your arms down. Bring your right hand up on your shoulder joint. Your elbow remains low to start. Grab underneath the elbow and just rotate the arm in its socket, right? Basically, so this thumb is your brace as you guide the elbow back and the hand right down the shoulder blade, not the inside of your, to your spine. It's on the outside, down the shoulder blade, right? Pushing that hand down the shoulder blade. Nice and tall, holding the block, okay? And this stabilizing arm, if you can get the arm to kind of rotate with you, your hand rotates around that elbow, Okay, and then bring the arm back down. Other hand comes up on the shoulder joint, grab underneath that elbow or around it, and then rotate up, over, and down the side of your shoulder blade, or down your shoulder blade. So you're holding each side for about a minute. Good. Just looking down to see if my joints are all stacked over each other, that I'm paying attention to squeezing the block. Good, and then bring the elbow down. Good, take the block out. You're gonna stand against the wall, if you have one, or something of that sort. Okay. Knuckles are curled, palms are flat. The first and second knuckle go around the temples, and then rotate those knuckles around those temples to keep your elbows low and in front of your chest. Okay? Rotating front to back, front to back. Okay? Just like that. So the elbows touch the wall behind you. And notice how your shoulder blades are moving, or if it's easy on one side and not so easy on the other. Okay, drop the arms down. Let your arms just hang. Pull the shoulder blades, or actually the shoulder joints up to your ears. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Palms are facing forward. Squeeze those shoulder blades together and down. Okay, so you're tucking the shoulder blades in your back pocket, and now you're sliding your shoulder blades up and down the wall. Okay, so it's like you're sanding the wall with just your upper back, okay, not your neck. So the neck is not doing the work, the mid back is. So we're gonna go for about 25 of these. So let's count to about 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, good. Let's take your block, both blocks, and a strap down onto the floor. And I'm gonna have you go on your back first. We'll take the block, skinny direction on these blocks, 6 inches. Just make sure if you're using a yoga block, it's the direction that's gonna give you about this same distance. Okay, so my feet are hip width apart, arms are out to the side, palms up, squeeze and release that block. Relax your abdominals. So if when you do that, your pelvis doesn't move. It's all leg work. And we're gonna go for about 60 of them, which is about a minute's worth. So if you're really hip on using a timer, you can just time yourself for a minute, and it's about 1 a second, which is 1 1,000, 2 1,000, like that. Okay, we're gonna go for 30 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 10 more. Hopefully you're feeling the inside of your thigh muscles. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Take the block out. Keep the knees bent. Squeeze and release your glutes. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. By the way, anytime I'm on my back, I just make sure to lengthen my back. I kind of push up through my arms and make sure I'm nice and tall in my spine. So squeeze and release those glutes. Squeeze, release. If it's impossible to do that without moving your pelvis, straighten your legs out on the floor, and you can do it with your legs straight. But the goal is that you're able to do it with your knees bent. Okay, so I'm gonna guess we've done about 30 at this point. So 30 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 10 more, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right into a frog. So the feet go together, the knees drop out. I'm gonna go for about a minute. Nice deep breaths. And while you're here, with the arms out, palms up, squeeze and release your shoulder blades together and down. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Let's go for 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, bring the knees up. Awesome. Now, take your right ankle, cross on your left thigh. Make sure the ankle bone's all the way on the other side of the thigh bone. Okay, so you're not just having your ankle here all by itself, or the foot, I should say. We want to have a good grasp there around the leg. Now, push the right knee away from your chest or your head, or you want to think of it as down. My left foot is under my hip joint, okay? We're going to do a hip crossover. So what you're going to do is twist over to the left, okay? Just going sideways on my ankle, my left side, so I don't have to move that left foot to the right. Look to the right as you twist to the left. Nice deep breaths. Just keep pushing this right knee away from the floor or away from your chest, okay? Looking to the right. I'm just gonna say a little hint is that if any of these hurt you, the exercises, just skip it, okay? And wait until the exercise is done, or you could pick a different one to do. So we're gonna go about a minute here. We have about 25 more seconds. Nice deep breaths. Okay, keep pushing that right knee away as you twist up, okay? Other side, left ankle on the right knee, twist on over, looking to the left, right? There you go. Looking left, twisting right. A minute here. Twenty more seconds. Notice if there's a difference left to right on this exercise. Good, twist back up. Same way you went down, and they'll come over on your hands and knees, okay? For cats and dogs. So on this one, hands should be just a little bit wider than shoulder width, and a nice distance between your wrists and your knees so that it represents the true length of your back, which is probably longer than you think. So up into a cat, or what I like to call as a raccoon, and then back down into the sway back horse. Now pay attention here, because the action comes from squeezing the shoulder blades together and then letting the lower back arch, as well as any ability to look up. So we really want the movement of the lower spine and the upper spine, that being the neck, to come from you being able to move your shoulder blades together and away from each other, okay? It's usually way easy to arch your lower back and your neck without moving the upper back. The upper back, it's all connected, right? So the upper back needs to move. Up and down. Up and down. Okay, come to a standstill here. And then what I want you to do is push your shoulder blades together, okay? So you're holding the shoulder blades kind of together and squeezing below them so your lats are engaged. Now, left foot, trace the toes across the floor, flex the ankle, okay? Keep squeezing the shoulder blades together. Lift that left leg with the ankle flexed and with the glute being tight, okay? So now the front of my hips are equal to the floor. My right arm comes up in a fist, and I'm gonna squeeze my shoulder blades together and down just as much as I can, you know, without losing my form. And this engages the abdominals, connects the hip joints, and we're stabilizing the spine, right? To keep you functional in your arms and your legs. Okay, switch sides. So basically, when you do this one, just pay attention to using the glute to lift that leg, and not too high because you want the hip bones in the front to be pointing equally towards the floor. Okay, so I'm going about 10 seconds. I'm really going longer than that. Switch again, right through. So the way I think of this is I drop my chest around the standing arm, and I'm able to squeeze my shoulder blade a little bit more that way. Okay, and switch. Great, and one more on each side. Stabilizing. Another one on the other side. Good. Nice. Okay. Now, both blocks, either 2 blocks like this, low blocks, which would be the yoga blocks, or actually no blocks. You can do this exercise. So this is floor block. You're going to hold it 1 minute each position. So my hands go up on the blocks. I'm going to scrunch the ends of my knuckles, turn the arms out, forehead rests on the ground. So I'm tucking my chin. Lengthen your body. Relax the heels and the glutes. Roll the arms out from the shoulder joints, pressing downward in through your arms, just a little bit. Okay, so you can really feel that connection from through your arms to your upper back. And just notice how that feels. Really keep those arms rotated out. Relax your bum. About 10 more seconds. Okay, pull the blocks out to a Y position. Okay, lengthen your body again. Re-engage the hands, roll the arms out from the shoulder joints, pull the shoulder blades back and down. Lengthen the spine. Nice deep breaths. This one the idea here is as we go out to this position and the next one, you'll feel your upper back even more. It is not unusual to have some cramps going on in here because if you've been sitting a lot and you're kind of rolled forward, then these muscles have to kind of rearrange. So cramps are not always bad. Sometimes they're realignment kind of cramps. Sometimes they're other kind of cramps. Reaching through those knuckles, good. Out to the third position. Now, this is really meant to be the strongest position in that when you roll your arms back, the shoulder blades, you've got to really engage them. Sometimes I roll my whole body left to right to move the rib cage under the shoulder blades. So turn the arms out. Relax your bum. Nice deep breaths. 5 more seconds. Okay, move the blocks out of the way if you have those under your arms. Bring your hands under your forehead, bend both knees, pull the knees really far apart, put the soles of your feet together, press and release the soles of your feet. Press, release. So when you press, release the soles of your feet, your legs activate, the muscles in your legs activate to your glutes. Okay, not the other way around, but through the feet. So we're gonna go for 15 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Legs come down. They're hip width apart. Bring your right leg out to the side. Reach that knee away from your hip joint. I call this commando crawl stretch. Tuck your bum under a little bit. Push the knee and ankle into the floor to get a pull maybe through the groin or just the inside of the leg. Good. And then bring that leg down and let's go to the other side. Reach that knee away. Tuck the bum. Push the knee and ankle into the floor. And then bring that leg down. Let's go one more time on this other side. Tuck, push, press, and switch. Good. Okay, let's go over on your back. Left leg goes out straight. Bring the right leg off the floor to the tabletop. Okay, the straight leg, I have the ankle flexed and the thighs tight. The right knee, I'm gonna draw a circle on the ceiling. That circle is about the size of a basketball, and the upper part of the circle isn't much higher than your belly button. Okay, so the idea here is that your lower leg stays parallel to the floor. You're rotating around, making a basketball-sized circle on the ceiling, like as if you're mixing something in your hip joint. And the goal here is that your thigh muscles work, okay? So that's the reason to keep the circle kind of on the lower end, meaning the circle's up by your belly button and then down below. Okay, then the other direction. And oftentimes I just do this one until you feel it, and then once you do, you would count to about 6 or 7 more. And in general right now I'm doing about 15 in each direction, hoping you feel it. Good. Okay, straighten that leg out on the floor, flex the ankle, tighten the thigh, other leg comes into tabletop, circle around. Doesn't matter which direction you start in, just do this with a lot of control, and it's not too fast either. It's just a circle around. 1, 2, right? 3, 4. That's it. Just giving you the idea of the rhythm here. And then the other direction. Hopefully you're feeling your thigh muscle about now. Beautiful. Okay, bend both knees. Take the strap. Actually, I take that back. You're gonna come up into a bridge. Keep both feet on the floor. Try to keep all the toe pads on the ground as you come up and come back down. So you're just gonna go up and down. Feel your big toe pad. Feel all those little toes touching the ground. You're mostly pushing through the heels, but the awareness is what you are doing with your feet, okay? Up and down, up and down, up and down. Let's go for 3 more. Up, down, 2, down, 3, down. Good. Let's go over on your left side, upper spinal floor twist. So start on the side of your shoulder. Everything's at right angles, meaning your knees are bent, your knees are up high enough to your torso to create a right angle. Okay, now as you open your right arm up, I'm gonna grab my top knee with my left hand. I'm gonna watch my hand, and I wanna bring my arm up at an angle, as if I'm creating a human Y. So as you rotate back, really what's happening is you're rotating from the spine first. Now keep your eyes on your hand. Okay, if your hand disappears out of your eyesight, you've gone too far. So I want you to act as if you had a cable on your eyes to your hand. So that arm is going to go back, but you're twisting where the neck can go too, right? Because that is part of your spine. Now, nice deep breath here. Many deep breaths, right? Those deep breaths may allow you to rotate a bit more. Relax your face, relax your eyes, but you are watching your hand. Again, don't let your hand go out of eyesight. Nice deep breath. Now rotate that arm around in a nice big clock circle manner, like the second hand on a clock. You don't have to watch your hand at this point, but just make sure your shoulder joint is fine doing this action. Some of you may want to bend your elbow if your shoulder joint's kind of bugging you, and you can really do that, go the other direction. From a bending your elbow is absolutely fine, so that you don't have as big of a lever arm. I'll show you on the other side. So circling around, you have switched directions in case you didn't hear me. Now let your arm drop back again at that same angle, and notice if your arm moves further back, and with your eyeballs on it, of course. And then let go of your knee, and then close that right hand to the left one. Reach the hand past your other hand, your bottom hand. Let's go to the other side. Okay, over on your side. Now, I'm gonna grab my knee with my right arm, okay, the one that's on the floor. And as I turn from the spine, look at your hand. You're gonna go up at an angle, and my eyes stay on the hand. If the shoulder joint bugs you, please bend your elbow. So my hand touches your hand, whatever, will touch the front of the shoulder joint. So reach through your hand, wiggle your fingers. Nice deep breaths. Let yourself just make sure that you can see your hand if your arm is extended like this. The reason I like this angle of the arm not being kind of at a Y shape, not a straight back, is because now we get to pull down the whole side body underneath the armpit. Nice deep breaths. Rotating. Now circle that arm around. Big clock hand circle. If your elbow's bent, it's like a mini clock hand. Just keep that shoulder joint stable in there. Okay, and now the other direction. Big circle around, nice. Big circle. Okay, let the arm drop back at an angle again. Notice if it goes back further, let go of your hand that's on the knee, reach it out, and then close the left hand or the top arm to the bottom arm and reach the top hand past the bottom hand. Go over on your back. Knees are your knees are bent, hip width apart. Arms come over your chest, a little bit wider than shoulder width. Knees go out to the side, arms go over your head. Your back naturally arches. Now your knees come together, press, and your hands come up over your chest. Now press your back into the floor, and then over and out, and up and down, like so. We're gonna go for about 10 of these. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna go against the wall with your legs going up the wall or back of a chair. Only go as close to the wall as you can flex your ankles. Tighten your thighs and do that and hold it for about a minute, okay? So spread the toes, make sure the little pinky side of your foot is pulling down as much as the big toe. Push through the heels, tight, tight thighs, shoot fire through your heels, keep the thighs tight. If for some reason your knee joint is a little off, sometimes it means you just need to, well, let me put it this way, you can shake your leg out and sometimes that will just click it into place. I know that sounds really weird, but I can't tell you how many people that works for, because as things rearrange, sometimes the muscles are just not quite lining up because you're asking for a new demand, a new pattern. Nice deep breaths. Keep the thighs tight, spread those toes, push through the heels. Keep them tight. Okay, now shake it out a little bit. Go out wide with your legs and go to the point where your legs, you get a pull on the inside of your legs. Just back off of that a little bit by coming towards the middle again, just a hair. Keep the thighs really tight. Line up the second toe basically with the front of your kneecap and your hip joint. And keep them tight, keep it tight. Now rotate the legs in and out from this position from the hip joint, keeping the thighs tight. Okay, real tight. Tight, tight, tight. Good. Okay, feet come together. Put the soles of your feet together. If you're pretty far away from the wall, at this point you probably could go right up to the wall with your bum, and then just with your hip muscles, press, keeping the feet together by the way, press the knees towards the wall. You can kind of wiggle left to right. And then just do a nice steady press towards the wall. Bring your hands over your chest and then just do a few pullovers in this position just to get a nice long back connection to your upper back. Good. Let your arms drop out to the side. And now push back just a little bit. I want you to take your strap, bring it over both feet to above your knees. Tighten that strap down to your about a hip width. You know, you have a hip width or a fist width between your knees. So I'm basically at right angles to the wall. My feet are on the wall. Press out against that strap. Hold it. Interlace your hands under your head. Really interlace them. Look back behind you. Keep your shoulder blades together so your elbows are parallel to your ears and they are not going to fold over your face when you do the next thing, which is crunches. So straight up and down, 1, 2, like you're balancing glasses of water on your forehead and your elbows and you don't want to spill them. Look back behind you. 6, 7, we're going for 30. 8, 9, 10. By the way, you can do this with a block between your knees instead of a strap if you want, just as an option. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 10 more. 1, push your head into your hands. 2, 3, that supports your neck. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, keep the pressure on the strap. 10. Okay, a little tiny rest. Okay, diagonal. So diagonal comes from way down low, as if you're crossing a cable over your belly button to your hip joint. So elbows stay back, neck stays straight. Left, down, right, down. There's 1. Left, right 2, we're gonna do 20, left, right 3, left, right 4, left, right 5, left, right 6, left, right 7, left, right 8, left, right 9, left, right 10, 10 more, 1, left, right, there's 2, left, right 3, left, right 4, left, right 5, left, right 6, left, right 7, left, right 8, left, right 9, left, right, there's 20. Okay, feet come off the wall, you're gonna keep the strap there. Block is now gonna go between your feet, okay? Might have to arrange the strap a little bit so that the goal here is that you press, keeping your feet flat, the ankles into the block and press out on the strap, not using your abdominals, so the pelvis is still, release. Push out, press in, release. Push in, out, release. Out on the strap, in on the block, release. Again, and release. Again, 5, release. 6, release. Really press this up into your pelvis, release. This is the 8th one, release. 9, release. 10, release. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. Okay, put the strap down at your ankles, okay? Tighten it a little bit. Bring the block up to your knees. So the ankle, I have had to tighten a little so I can push on the block, press out on the strap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 more, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, take the strap off, take the block out of the way, and here we go. Standing up into an air bench. So on air bench you can use, well, first of all, you're gonna step out, wiggle your way down. You do not have to be at right angles, but that's the goal. You could use a block between your knees, or the strap can go around your knees. So I'm gonna hold the block for about a minute. I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. And we'll go for 2 minutes. So my weight's in the heels. I can just see my toes in this position. So that just means my heels aren't like tucked out back towards the wall. And my back's fairly flat into the wall, but mostly I'm just paying attention to where the weight is in my heels and holding the block. So we'll go about 30 more seconds here. More seconds. Take the block out, another minute to go. If you want to take the time to bring the strap up over your knees, great. Just holding that. Think of all the things you appreciate, because about this time it's probably burning in your legs. Getting closer. 30 more seconds. Weights in the heels, in case you forgot. 15 seconds. If you want to go longer, go for it. And there's 2 minutes. Okay, come on out of that. Go ahead and just test that hangover again. Or if there's another, activity or action position you want to test beginning and at the end, great. So there's lots of tests you can do. So thank you and have a super day or night, and I'll see you again.